A lot of people ask me to review the Browning Safari, which I'm happy to do. I tried to get more than one on the table, but I was unlucky, and I was trying to get a 300 Winchester Magnum push feed Browning Safari. Anyway, in a nutshell, this is a fantastic rifle based on the Mauser action, and they stopped making them for the usual reason, just too expensive to make. They're made in Belgium. They have all the features that you would want, and we've talked a lot about pre-64 Model 70s, and I would have to say the Browning Safari is in that league. And if you wanted to buy just one rifle, probably, and you didn't want to buy a pre-64 or hunt with one, this is in 30-06. These change hands for, I don't know, around $1,000 or less. This one's in excellent shape. It has the Mauser action, which is unstoppable. It's easy to operate. It's extremely well made. You probably can't, or maybe you can, see the quality of the stock. Everything's the way it should be. It has a floor plate. The trigger is excellent. At least to me, it's excellent. Sling swivels, I don't know if those are factory or not. They didn't bother putting a recoil pad on here. The sights are very good, if not excellent, and the styling and proportions of the stock, I was just handling it before we started filming. This is one of those rifles. You don't have to think. You know, it's not quite a Lee Speed or a British rifle, and it has a feeling to it. Like I said, the proportions are excellent, I think, for the majority of shooters. And probably somebody asked me, compare it to an Able and some of the newer Brownings, and those are excellent rifles. I don't dispute that, but there's really no comparison. This is a Mauser, and I don't know what it would cost to make this rifle now, but you could probably build a dozen Ables for one of these. Maybe I'm exaggerating. Anyhow, this is a superb firearm, and I flipped it this way just so you can have a look at this side. That's the bolt release, and the sights flip down. Some people took exception to the way the barrel's contoured. You can see that there's a step here and then another step here, and I'm not sure why they did that. They just probably had some kind of styling objective, and I don't think it really affects accuracy one way or another. There's a ramp front sight, and of course it has the serration so that you don't get glare. This particular bead is bent for some reason. This reinforces the stock, where we talked about this before. Inside here is the recoil lug, so when this tries to move back it can't, and they put a steel bar, just like a Mauser, military Mauser. Some kind of engraving here, and a completely serviceable rifle, and with the right ammunition you can expect accuracy out of the Safari that's equivalent to any rifle made today, if not better. And then we'll flip it around one more time. I'll just check the safety. Yeah, I mean, that doesn't tell you much. I just hadn't actually tried the safety on this rifle. But there are no surprises with rifles based on the Mauser 98. Then it's just a matter how they're put together and finished. And I would have to say the Browning Safari is near the top for a commercial sporter. These are excellent rifles and really never let you down, and will outlast all of us. And that's about it. I just thought I should make that video. And before I forget, they did offer a model that has a push feed. It's a Mauser, but it doesn't have the controlled round feed. That one I had for a couple of days, but there were complications. And then they made some on the Seiko action, so you may see some Browning Safaris. They look quite similar. Browning has a way of finishing their firearms which make them look very elegant and high-end, and they are. And the Seiko actioned Safaris are no less good, and they're usually in the smaller calibers like 243, because they correctly thought there's no need to put a 243 in a Mauser 98, which is more suitable for the long cartridges like 30-06 and 270 and so forth. And they're available in magnums as well. They're getting a little scarce, but they're still around, and an excellent one to buy. So if you wanted a high-end rifle that won't go down in value anytime soon, I'd say you could actually start collecting the Safari. They just seem to always go up, but you still come across good buys. So there it is, Browning Safari. Thanks for watching.